So after naming Shedeur Sanders the fourth string quarterback, the Browns have now announced that he will start in the preseason opener, and more of the Browns being the Browns. I'm assuming this is because their other players are hurting and they don't want to play Flacco and, et cetera, et cetera. But it's kind of interesting, everybody was all up in the uproar yesterday, and rightfully so, because he would be the fourth string quarterback. And now today, they're saying that he's going to be starting against the Panthers. So all eyes will be on Shedeur. It says Shedeur is expected to get first-team reps in the joint practice on Wednesday. So that should be a good look. We saw the stats tracker with Shedeur having some of the best stats, and people were saying, well, he's getting those stats against the fourth stringers, right? The lowest guys on the depth chart. But hey, I mean, what do you want him to do? He can only go up against who he goes up against. So that's what it looks like happening. That game will probably be highly televised. Robert Griffith said this about Shedeur. He said Shedeur is being set up to fail in Cleveland, but God's got him showing out even with limited reps. So another person on NFL on CBS said he has to have the greatest preseason game in preseason football history to kind of change the perception of these Browns coaches. So, they're already putting almost unreal expectations on him. He's quoted as saying, I can never feel less than. Nobody can ever make me mentally get out of position in the situation I'm in. I'm thankful for who I am, who my dad is, and for my family. No one can make me feel bad about the blessings I do have. Somebody posted, Shedeur, Angel Reese, and Bronny James Jr. are the holy trinity of unwarranted hate. I would add Devin Haney to that as well. But I agree with that as far as Angel. I said that earlier this year that Angel is the most hated athlete in sports, and Shedeur is right there with her as well. So, you got this guy, he's raging. He said this is a real chance for Shedeur, right? So what do you expect from a rookie quarterback, playing for the first time? Again, in the NFL, at that NFL speed, I think that those are kind of like unrealistic expectations to think that Shedeur is going to go in there and throw, 300 yards, 3 TDs, but almost it kind of, this may sound crazy, but it's almost as if, putting him in as the starter, with guys who are probably vets who probably won't play that much or don't want to play in preseason or won't play hard in preseason, then you put him in there and as he's learning on the job, and then, he throws a pick, and I'm telling you, the world will fall on his head. And instead of letting Dilly and Gabriel go out there, who they drafted first, right, let him mess up some. Let Shedeur come in later in the game. It's going to really be all on him. But, what can I say? The Browns have never had great QB play. Well, they haven't had it recently, should I say. So, if that happened, I wouldn't be shocked. But don't be surprised if Shedeur has a regular game, right, a mid to regular game, and he gets absolutely crucified for it. And they say, see, he should be fourth string. He shouldn't be playing. He isn't as good. He is a 5th-round pick. I could definitely see that happening. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Champside checking out. Peace.